Am I the a-hole for refusing to give my brother $200,000 from our parents' inheritance after he got scammed? I, 34, am recently inherited $400,000 from our parents' estate after they passed away. There was a slight delay in my part in receiving the said amount because of some legal complications. My younger brother, 31, received the same amount, but just months after their death, he was swindled out of nearly all his life savings by a shady investment scheme. Now, he's asking me to share $200,000 of my inheritance with him to help him get back on his feet. He argues that our parents would have wanted us to have equal financial standing, and that losing his money wasn't his fault, right, and that he'd pay me back all later. I feel terrible for him, but I don't think it's fair to give up half of my inheritance for a mistake he made. No matter how unfortunate, I've been working hard, budgeting, and planning to use this money for my family's future. If I give him half, it puts my own financial security at risk. My wife supports my decision, but some relatives think I'm being greedy and heartless, saying family comes first. So am I the a-hole here? Update 1. While this blew up, I didn't think I'd need online strangers to knock sense into me. Also, it's funny how quickly someone can go from calling every hour to a direct block. I called my brother and asked him what exactly happened and told him I'd only give him the money if he told me the truth and only the truth. He told me he invested in a company called Aramco, obviously not the real one, to a sheik, and paid his deposit of $10K the first time, where he got back $20K. Then he began scaling up and always got doubled until $100K. He got back $110K, then was emboldened and invested $300K and was guaranteed $600K, and the rest is history. He made a police report but had no evidence to share, as he withdrew in cash and dealt in cash itself, taking only token receipts, which were fake. He kept the previously gotten amount in cash in his house. I only came to know how stupid someone can get. I told him his lack of basic common sense and greed does not constitute grounds for charity on my part, and told him to take better care of the remaining $100K. He cussed me out and told me I disappointed my parents. As for my relatives, I told them all in the group chat that I'd only match whatever they would pay to my brother, and even offered to double it since I was so greedy and I wanted to prove them wrong, thanks to a legendary commenter who suggested that. I love you. I was cussed out there to LOL. They're all blocked now. They told me the money got into my head. I was really weakening in my resolve not to pay him, and you guys just snapped me back. Thank you. You all saved me. Update 2. He called again, so after blocking my brother and pesky relatives and thinking the drama was over, he found another way to get to me. He called through my wife. Turns out things are even worse than he originally told me. That $100,000 he had left, it's all going toward paying off loans and a car he financed, so he's basically left with nothing. He finally admitted how desperate he is, apologized for not being fully honest earlier, and for being a douche and cussing me out. He said he realizes that he messed up big time. Greed got the better of him, and now he's asking for $50,000 instead of the $200,000, promising to pay me back eventually. He even said he'd appreciate whatever help I could offer if I couldn't give the full amount. Yes. I asked him about the previous increments he received. Turns out he actually invested $350,000. The desperation in his voice was palpable, but honestly, I'm done with him. He wasn't always this reckless or stupid. Maybe I was wrong, but the guy I'm dealing with now is a complete mess. Thanks to you all who made me see that. His greed and lack of financial knowledge are his own doing, and I'm not about to bail him out. Lastly, thank you to all of you who took time to help me realize the massive blunder I was about to commit. You guys saved my finances and quite possibly my life. I'm grateful to all of you. Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole. Your parents did put you in equal financial standing, but he wasted his share. Don't let him take what is yours.
Tell the relatives who called you greedy and heartless that you'll let your brother know that they'll be giving him money to get back on his feet. Not the a-hole, his bad decisions, his problem.